Hi everyone, welcome to the 6th episode of my free music software guides. My name is Oscar and today I'll be showing you Sonic Pi. Sonic Pi is a free open source cross-platform software originally developed for the Raspberry Pi, which is a small but very powerful computer such as this one. That's why it's called that. It was created by Sam Aaron and developed by the community, but it's mostly his work, so be sure to check out his Patreon page. The guy's doing all of this for free. Keep in mind that if you don't know how to code, it's still a great way to learn both programming and music, and it's very easy. It's a very good example of the STEAM approach that I love. STEAM means science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, and it's the pedagogical approach that puts all of these things together so that you learn all of them at the same time, but better yet, be creative, which is a thing that I think schools could use a lot more of. So let's get started with the basics. So head into sonic-pi.net and download the appropriate version for your operating system, whether it's Windows, Mac or Linux. And after you successfully run the installer, you should see something like this. I know, another big empty screen. Don't panic. I'll show you how to easily get around. I'll type play 60 and then hit the play button. So congratulations, you just heard your first note with Sonic Pi. It's a middle C. How do I know that? Because 60 is the MIDI code for middle C. There's an easier way to play notes. I'll delete the 60 and then add :C. Let's see how it sounds. It's the exact same thing. So I'll try to add an E after that. Play :E. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, so it's different from what I was expecting because the computer is going through your code so fast that it sounds at the exact same time to us. We need to tell it to slow down. So I'll add a line of code here and type sleep 1 beat, which for now means 1 second also. Let's hear it. So now we know how to create melodies. Let me add some stuff here. Sleep for 0.5 and then play :G. You see the rhythm is different. Now by default it's playing the 4th octave of the piano. It's the middle octave. But I can change it by adding numbers here. It will sound higher now. It's still a C, an E, and a G, but it's a different octave. We can also play C sharp. That's where the S is coming from. So C sharp, E sharp, G sharp. Or C flat, E flat, and B flat. And there you go. And let's go straight into activity number 1. All you need to do is to use play and sleep to transcribe a melody that you already know. Let's take a look at the example. Remember, you don't need to use anything else than play and sleep, but at the end I kind of use some extra stuff as well. So I transcribed Edvard Grieg's Morning Mood from Peer Gynt. Here's how it sounds. Actually, it's not sounding that good. It's very slow. Remember when I said that sleep 1 meant sleep for 1 beat or 1 second? That's because we are using _BPM 60. It will sound the same now. But if I change this value here to say 120, it will sound at double the speed. I can also change the synth by typing use_synth and then colon, and you have these options right here. Let's go with saw. Have a listen. If you want to know the details for all the synths, just click help here in the upper right corner and then go to synths and explore it. We were using Saw, and here are the details. The documentation is one of the best things about Sonic Pi. Now perhaps you noticed that I used some options for some of these notes. The release has to do with the duration, but you can have lots of other options. For example, I'll go here to another thread here at the bottom. You can have all of these running different codes at the same time, by the way. So I tapped play 60, amp has to do with the amplitude, 1, then 0.5, then 0.25. Here's how it sounds. So the sound will get softer. Be sure to play around with these things and to transcribe your own melodies. Remember, the most important thing is for you to practice, 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 and even with those simple commands, there's a lot you can do right now. Let's go into activity number 2, which is creating a beat. Now, a beat is made of samples and loops, obviously. Let's learn how to do that. So up until now we've been only using synth, but we can also use samples, and then, oh, there's a list of things to choose. Let's go with MB Haunted Hum. So there's a huge list for you to choose, but I was looking for a drum. Okay, drum bass hard. This might be it. That's perfect. Now sleep for 0.25 and then play another sample like drum. Let's see, cymbal closed. It's perfect. And then sleep for 0.25 and then play another sample, which should be a snare. Where is the snare? Drum snare hard. Let's keep everything hard. 0.25 and then sample, drum, cymbal, closed, and then sleep for 0.25. Let's have a listen. Oh, but what? It only played once? Okay, so what we can do is to add a loop. Do just means do something. And then at the end, we'll type end. Pretty simple, right? And it even indents things properly, so you can remain friends with your software engineering buddies. They won't get mad at you. Let's have a listen. Okay, so let's keep this rolling and add a simple melody right here. Loop do, and then play 60, sleep for 2, play 63, sleep for 1, and then play 67, sleep 0.5 and end. Let's keep this running. So you can see how it works. I feel like we covered a lot of ground already. We could stop here, but I can't resist to show you a bit of live coding and generative music, which is a big passion of mine. And it was what Sonic Pi was designed for. Let's have a look at the very simple example. And remember, the important thing is to try things. Don't be afraid to do them. I'm sure you'll have lots of fun with it. So the music you've been listening to is the music I'm recording right now. This is a live coding introduction with Sonic Pi. We need to use live loop, live_loop, give it a name such as Oscar, and then do, play 63 for instance, and then sleep 1, and let's keep going. Now, because it's a live loop, I can add code and it won't break. N1 will be a variable. This is a very useful concept in programming, and it's going to be 65, and then play N1, sleep for 1. This sounds 65, 63, 5, 3, 5,
And let's keep on going. But I don't want it to be 65 all the time. So 60, 65, 67. This is a list of 3 numbers, 3 pitches. I'm going to tell it to choose randomly between one of these. So in each loop, it will pick randomly one of these and then play 63. Now let's add another live loop. Let's call it Oscar 2. Okay, 2. And let's go with the scale. Scale is just, I'm going to tell it to start on C5 and to use a minor scale and then pick a note at random and play that note, S1, sleep for 1 and then end. Let's see how this sounds. So very loud, amp 0.4. Much quieter now. It's also out of phase. I really like that. Let's make it shorter. Release 0.1. Now it's really short. And make it faster. 0.125. Evaluate the code. This is cool. Let's also use a different synth, like triangular wave. This is cool. And change the panning. If I put pan -1, it will come from the left side. If you're listening with headphones, it will be clear. If I put 1, it will come from the right side. So let's go randomly between -1 and 1. This is pretty cool. I just feel like changing the release to 0.2 so that the notes are longer. Then make this quieter. Then just copy this, paste it as Oscar 3, but have it be way up. Like this. And there you have it, an introduction to generative music using Sonic Pi. Be sure to have some fun with this, experiment for yourselves, and try different things. I'm sure you'll have lots of fun with it.
And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Would you like to know more about Sonic Pi or Steam? Let me know in the comments below. Also take a look at the other free music software guides, including Audacity and Songmaker as well. I had lots of fun doing this video. Be sure to download Sonic Pi and to try to code things out. It's lots of fun, I guarantee you. See you next time.
Free music software guide.